It's the podcast again.
Yeah.
We're back in business.
I have a chewing gum in my mouth. Do you ever?
I think that's a bad idea.
No, I know. And then I'm like, I'm going to just swallow it now.
Are you a swallower?
Yeah.
Really?
I'm a big
Yeah.
chewing gum swallower.
No.
Yeah.
Are you buying the 7 years thing?
I don't know. It just feels it's not right, is it?
No.
If I knew so many more people did it, I probably would do it.
Yeah.
Feels like quite a freaky thing to do.
I went out. I felt the exact same way.
I used to do it as a kid, I think.
Yeah. I
You're a
used,
swallower? I'm swallowing.
Yeah, as a kid.
as a kid, you were a swallower. Good Irish
Didn't have much
upbringing.
choice in the matter. Yeah.
but
Not allowed to chew. Yeah.
I went out with this girl who just used to do a pack of chewing gums a day and just swallow them all. And before that, I thought you'd have to go to hospital and fuck up your stomach. My mother had us filled with all this fear about
I
it.
think a pack a day is mad.
It was mad, and it did feel like I was like, "You're a crazy fucking woman." I was attracted to her. I was like, felt devil may care. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was like, she doesn't give a fuck.
I'd be worried if you were having intimate times with that lady that you might get stuck.
Luckily, if you put it off,
Yeah.
Because it's like a,
yeah. There's a base.
like a string of chewing gum, like, like a network, you know, like fungi, like a fungus network.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I mean, that's a I've got a fundamental misunderstanding of female biology, but I think that is what would happen.
Oh, mother of God, that'd be fucking. I mean, that'd be gnarly enough. I did actually do this thing once to my ex, where I was going around.
I am terrified as to where this is going to go.
What?
Jumping off the back of chewing gum up the dude.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was walking around. I chewed chewing gum a lot as well, because when I was younger, in my teens, I remember a friend of mine said to me once, he called me like dog Brett. He was trying to be mean. But anyway,
it's such a fear. The bad breath is such, because you
like,
never know.
No,
Yeah.
and that affected.
So then, ever since then, you've just been chewing.
Like,
Was that the thing that set you off?
Chewing. I brush my teeth every time I leave the house. I chew chewing gum. I like religious. I always buy chewing gum, and it's because that affected me so deeply. Being called dog breath, and my feelings were so hurt tremendously. I was like, I cannot be someone with stinky, because you don't want to be that.
It's not It's not something that people say to people's face.
Yeah.
Go, oh, your breath's a bit nasty at the minute. Occasionally, anytime anybody offers me chewing gum, I immediately think they are subtly telling me I have bad breath.
You have to take one. I think you can never.
Yeah,
you can never turn down a chewing gum. It's like, because if you turn it down, it's like saying, "Yeah, I don't give a fuck." Like, that's your problem.
And fuck you.
You fuck
Deal with it. Deal with
no,
it.
thank you.
Yeah. Fuck off.
100%. Have you ever done? If you turn it down, they're like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
Maybe have two. Maybe
Yeah.
have two.
Take
That's
a couple.
sufficient.
But so I was down in Lahinchin.
Always chewing gum, never mints.
Yeah, never mints. Really, and mints would be better.
Not
'cause
as
chewing gums are
effective.
filth, like. Do you know what I mean? Like, you either swallow them or then, there was a phase
Wrap them
there
in a piece of paper and ditch
Yeah.
them. Would you ever stick them? Really?
Are you
done
sticking
it.
them places?
I've done it. I know.
Why are you sticking them?
I know.
Have you stuck any in here?
No.
I've never stuck chewed chewing gum anywhere.
And that's good. That's decent.
Even as a kid?
Never.
Really? Wow.
I always just thought it was the when you like touched under your desk in school. It was like, it made me want to throw up every single time.
That's me. I
You did that in my school.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel around like to see
the vast quantity?
to see how bad it was?
And that's
Yeah,
that's when I knew democracy was a problem, because so many people were doing that. I felt very disconnected from the common man.
Yeah.
Right, but there is something I remember thinking, because every time I think to myself, you always like think yourself's a good person, right? Or you're like, I'm a decent person, some of that. And then I think about all the places I've stuck chewing gum, like, you're a scum. Like,
Yeah.
you are a cunt.
When you get like
You're
an
a little-
opportunity to
Yeah.
actually be a bad person
That's
for
right.
your own good, you just do it.
I have
Like
done.
pushing in or something in a bar.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just end up saying yeah, and then you're like, oh my God, I'm evil.
that's right. I had a very freeing thing
Are
recently.
you pushing in at bars?
Now I live in London, it's getting to me a little bit.
My
I think I had the
morals-
opportunity the other day. I kind of suspected that I was first, but I was like, he's already being served, and then he just wasn't, and I was like, but I could have, what I mean? And I chose to not do anything
I am
about it.
most diligently moral at the queue of a bar.
Yeah.
Like if I have even a whiff of somebody might have been
In
there
this
before
city,
me,
you end up getting
I'm like,
shafted,
I'm
though.
like,
Right.
That's the
were
thing.
you first? And then the worry is some kind of corporate snake is just going to say yes, and
Yeah.
they weren't. They weren't first. They were third.
Yeah.
Well, it can be dog eat dog in some of these
establishments.
In some of these London bars. Like, there's no doubt.
What I don't fuck with is if people like are in a straight line
In a queue, fuck
and there is
that.
portions of the bar that are empty.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm walking past the whole queue.
Yeah.
And you gotta be touching the bar to get served. That's exactly like
Yeah.
you're not even relevant if you're not at the bar getting. And as somebody's getting served, you get a little finger on the bar.
Oh.
And then you slide your way in with the finger. You're like, "Oop."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big. But I'll do all those sneaky moves. I'm very like, chuk, chuk, chuk. But you're not in the queue until you're at the front of the queue, if that makes any fucking sense.
No, it does. And if I think what
I think no, it absolutely doesn't.
But you're not in the queue at the bar unless you're at the bar. Like any of those people behind, that's a crowd.
Yeah.
And you can like
for
move your
for
way through that.
Well, because it's to be efficient, so they can serve a few people at once.
Exactly.
Right?
And good bartenders can multi-serve.
That's it.
But I think all bets are off. But as soon as somebody has their hand on the bar, I'm very respectful of that.
Definitely.
Yeah, I think and what Dan was getting at there, and you've demonstrated goodness here on two levels, that you don't stick to chewing gums and this bar etiquette. Whereas like what we're kind of the examination here, and there's like a philosophical thing, not to be too like the Filippo episode, but like this guy Adam Smith had this thing about like kind of it's like acting in a way as if you're being watched. As if, even when you're
as
not.
if there's a God.
That's the metaphor. You might as well act like there's a heaven.
Yeah.
Or there's someone there that would judge you. Would you do this if someone was watching, or would you be ashamed? And then it's all those little things you do.
I think my day
when
would
no
be
one's
completely
watching.
different. Yeah. We wouldn't have sipped out the soy sauce bottle this morning.
Yeah.
You took a sip of soy sauce
No, I
this
didn't
morning?
really. I was just trying to think of like the most believable thing I could do. Just like, oh, go on. I didn't today. I definitely have done that before.
Tell you what I've done, which isn't dissimilar. If I've ever had like a dinner where there's gravy involved and there's any gravy left in the jug while the washing up is about to happen,
Drink
I'm
it.
drinking the gravy.
Cold. Fair enough.
And 100% who are you hurting there?
Would you do that if someone was watching? Like a
No.
sentient God? No.
I lick my plate as well after like in the house, and my girlfriend fucking hates it.
Yeah.
My roommate
But you gotta be
Would you do
licking
it
the
in
plate.
public? No.
No, I'm not licking plates in public.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
But like my roommate has cooked some shit. They leave. They're off in something and there's a little bit of fresh.
For sure.
I eat a bit of that.
A bit of what though? What are you
Bit of
talking?
their food. It could be anything. They could be some like chips or fried potatoes, or it could be like little chicken. I just
And you don't actually know what it is. It's like a
I might not even
surprise.
know what
Zip
it
it
is.
on the side.
But they've left it there. It's freshly cooked, and now they've gone off upstairs or something, and I'm in
With
the
one
kitchen.
plate of it, and they're going to Tupperware that up for the rest of the week, and they come
Yeah.
back and it's all been pilfered by Mike.
It's not all
Yeah.
been pilfered. But
You've
I've
had a
gotten
little bite.
I've had a little taste.
You've had a little
Yeah.
taste.
I've had a little taste, and if they caught me, I'd be absolutely.
You
like,
got your pound of flesh.
You jump when they came into the kitchen.
Don't look at me.
That's the worst.
I am no good. I'm worthless. But to help myself recently, instead of there's actually an interesting thing you brought up earlier that I want to go into, but I just say to myself, not to kill myself about these kind of things. I just say to myself now. I used to always be like, oh, I'm such a good person. I would just say to myself, do you know what? I'm a little bit of a cunt, but that's okay. That's all right. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone's a bit of a cunt.
I'm
That's what
hot.
I
I think,
think.
and this is the thing.
No.
I didn't want it to make it seem like I was propagandizing myself earlier when I said that I don't do the chewing gum thing and I'm very moral at the front of the bars. But I think it's good. But I think it comes from a really deep and powerful fear of being a bad person. I have a horrible, crippling fear of like that abstract concept of like being a bad
Yeah,
person.
see, I think I have that, but it's more about being perceived as a bad person.
It's the-
I have a crippling fear of that.
if you can get away with
But when
it.
it actually comes to it, I'm like, oh, wow, okay.
That's right. You're concerned with the optics.
Yeah.
But it is because I would as well. Again, I try to be a good person a lot of ways, but then there just are a lot of little things in my being that contradict my narrative of myself being a good person. And then just to kind of go, I just remember seeing Noel Gallagher on a thing one time, and he's just like, yeah, he's like, I'm a bit of a cunt, but like, he's like, you know, that's it. And he was so, and then I was like, God, that seems freeing.
Yeah.
That
I
outlook.
think knowing your own foibles is a very nice thing to have. Where
Yeah.
you go, you don't go, fuck, why am I like this? You know, you're just like, yeah.
This
It's
is-
just one of my little things.
Yeah.
I've got this new thing now, and it's because I make so many massive mistakes in life all the time. Like just massive mistake after massive mistake.
That.
The distance between me making a massive mistake and me accepting it now is so close.
Yeah.
Like that, I'll just fuck up. Like I just lose.
Yeah.
The other day, like I left my best jacket on the airplane. I just lose all my clothes. I've never kept an umbrella or a hat longer than a week.
I don't have headphones.
No,
like, yeah.
I'm on like my 8th pair this year of these like.
And he leaves them
JLB.
here most of the time.
I leave them here. I leave them everywhere. But now,
I've never bought headphones.
You've got headphones for days. Yeah.
But so now when I make that mistake, like I just left my jacket, I'll be like, "Fuck you, stupid cunt," and then I'll just so quickly just be like, "You are an idiot. You know you're an idiot.
Yeah, and you
These
shouldn't
things are
blame
going to
yourself
keep
for that.
happening to you. They always did.
Yeah.
They always will. Just accept it and move on."
And you can't
the
change.
resistance.
I'm exactly the same.
Yeah.
I've lost so many things and made so many like fuck ups that I can just be like, oh, all right. But then the problem with that is that then you're more likely to make mistakes and stuff and be careless because you're like, well, I'll just accept it even if I, you know what I mean?
But the pain
Yeah.
and the resistance to it doesn't help.
No,
No.
see that's the thing. And I used to resist, be like, "You fucking idiot!"
And just
You're
how
the
could I
dumbest
have? How
cunt."
could I have?
How
could I have left the jacket?
Like,
Yeah.
the other day, I went to the wrong airport. This is like 3 days ago.
Bro. Bad.
Gatwick, I'm in Luton, marching on.
No way you tried to
you think
scam.
it was-
No way you tried to scam the
I
boarding
did.
pass.
You got that far.
Tay International Airport, beep beep to scan the thing. I was like, and I literally looked over at the guy. I was like, "Thing broken."
This is fucked.
They said broken.
This thing is fucked.
Machine broken.
Did he have to
Airport
tell you?
broken.
Did he have to break the
Oh, no,
news?
he
That's
came
so
down.
heartbreaking
So-
to hear another human look you in the eye and be like, mate.
Lad,
You fucked this so hard.
I swear to God, I goes to him. I goes, "Dee, dee, beep, beep." I goes, "Machine broken, airport broken." So he comes over. I was like, and then he just looks at. He's like, "Yes, Gatwick, mate." And I,
Such a fall from grace. That's awful.
Wailing.
Because I've done the wrong day at an airport before,
Yeah.
but the wrong airport
Wrong
is...
airport.
Have you done the wrong day in a gig before? I used to do that all the time when I was like new. It's so heartbreaking.
show up
Like
to an
go the
empty
week
pub.
before or
You show
whatever.
up to
Yeah.
like a
No,
normal
there's like
pub.
a Toastmasters on or something.
Yeah.
You're like,
It's just a pub
that actually
quiz.
happened. I remember going in, there was a Toastmasters on and I was like, oh.
What's a Toastmaster?
Toastmasters is where people meet up to help each other with their public speaking, I believe. So you all go up
It
and you,
basically is an open mic.
so when I arrived, I was like, holy mother
These guys,
of God.
these guys are bombing.
Yeah. But they're a supportive crowd, nevertheless.
Yeah.
Everyone's really like, yeah.
but when I
So you're at Luton.
no,
Fuck
but anyway, I
me.
missed it. So
Did you miss it? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't know. It's gone. I can't get to Gatwick in time.
They should have an express between
Yeah.
all the London airports. There should be express trains.
Yeah. Or just
How
a
did you
teleportation.
show your workings? Like, how did you make Luton to Gatwick? That seems like a pretty
Just-
like Gatwick and Heathrow. I'd maybe understand because the two are.
But
I'll
it's
tell you.
It's classic Ryanair. You just click London, any airport to wherever you're going, and then it just beep, boop, boop, and like
Yeah, but
maybe
he's not
normally it's
flying from
Gatwick.
Luton. He's flying from Gatwick.
No, I'm flying from Gatwick. This is
How
this,
do you think-
I'll just tell you how it
Alright,
is. Just,
yeah.
This is how it goes. The night before, I look at my thing and I just, there's my thing, Gatwick. And then like 2 minutes later, it's like, I think I'm going from Luton. And then this is me all over. I'll just go, I think I'm going from Luton. And it's somewhere in my being, I don't want to confirm that fact. I just want to assume I'm right and not double check.
Yeah.
And that's how I lose so many things.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh, I think I might have left something there and be like, no, I have Everton.
You almost
No,
don't want to know the bad news.
No,
yeah, you almost don't. You always like, I'll deal with that later.
Like, yeah.
Like, I'll deal with the fact that I'm going to the wrong airport
Wrong airport.
later.
And then when I find out, so then I have to now pay £300 to go to Dublin.
From Luton, I hope.
From Luton.
Okay.
I make sure it's from Luton. Yeah. I'm staying in Luton. I'm not leaving Luton.
There was a 100-point flight from Gatwick, but I'm not getting it.
I'm Vladimir Luton. I'm not leaving this fucking airport. So I get 300. But again, usually that could have broke my heart like that. I have to pay this for one. It's so expensive. But then, because I make so many deep mistakes, I have just learned a stoicness of just, there goes the money, mistake is made. No point complaining about it now. You're a fucking fool. You're always a fool. This will happen again. just accept it.
It's the story
It's
of
fine.
your life.
Yeah.
But I get so upset that is the story of my life, that you will just endlessly get things wrong, and that is that is who you are. I think that's awful. Like this morning, I told you this on last week's Patreon. This morning when I didn't have the hard drives. My cousin who produces the podcast, he has the hard drive, so I couldn't offload files from the SD cards that we have. So I needed extra SD. And I realized this last night, drunk on my birthday, and I was like, fuck. How the fuck do I fix this? Argos. 20 minutes away. The local one doesn't have the SD cards. 20 minutes away does. I go all the way there and I'm like, well, it's in a Sainsbury's. I'll get a meal deal. I come all the way back and have not got the SD cards.
Oh my God.
20 minutes away. I went 20 minutes
for
from...
a meal.
The people at the
When you were like, no
station-
doubt, like busy or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
I got up at 7 in the morning to do that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But and again, then you just have to, if you're...
That's the animal. It's because you got hungry, right? And then you were just so focused. So probably once you got
tired.
the meal there, you wanted to eat it. And
And I
then-
got a sugar-free Red Bulls, and the lady was taking ages to check my, press the button, he is over 25 button. And I was like, fuck's sake, this woman's useless. And then I walked out without the thing I walked into the shop for.
She'd defo taken them, yeah.
There is something as well like that. Sometimes you're tired. Your brain is just busted.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't
Know what
do
I mean?
anything about it.
Your
You can
brain
only
is-
operate at the
no,
level you're operating
Your
at.
brain is busted.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
brain was just...
Yeah.
It was like starting up a car that's like... as it's driving down the road.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
usually get up doing that stuff that early.
No.
Your brain was fucking mangled.
Yeah.
And you didn't really know why you were there.
But I just hate that anytime I do these things. And even when I went back the second time, I had like nothing else to get. But my brain was still like, oh, you could get a wee chocolate bar from Zane. And I was like, no, get the fucking SD cards and nothing else. Because otherwise,
Yeah.
you'll fuck it.
Yeah, you're not allowed. You can't be trusted.
That's right.
Can't be trusted to run errands. I can't run errands.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like a fucking 7-year-old that's like, oh, can I get the newspaper from the shop? And then
Yeah.
you come back with like 8 fucking bounties instead. Like, I wish people should be, we should be grown-ups.
Yeah, for sure.
We're grown-ups.
On Thursday, I was meant to get a train to Glasgow, and it got like cancelled. Only went to Preston, but I still got on it anyway. And if I'd have stayed, I'd have saved myself 4 hours of journey. If I'd have stayed and gone direct to Edinburgh, so I had a 10-hour journey to Glasgow.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 11:30. I got there at like
Oh my
10 past
goodness.
8. And I was
Oh,
like,
it never.
oh my
It
goodness.
never ends the mistake.
Yeah,
But again, just as long as just like with the other stuff, it's just like, hey, I'm a little bit of a cunt. Me, I just tell myself, I'm a little bit retarded.
yeah,
I am in that way.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
definitely.
And you know what? I'm sick. I've killed myself about it for 20 years. My mother was like, you have to be more conscientious and organised. As if I'm ever doing this on purpose. I'm the one losing everything.
Yeah,
But is there not a way to like, is that what Dr. Kawasaki's brain training was for? Does that fix that?
Is Kawasaki in... Would he fix your brain?
You know
I
the
don't know.
Nintendo DS, it was like little mind
Oh, the
puzzles.
brain thing. No, I
Yeah.
played that a lot. And we're still broke. We're still broke though.
Do you know what?
I was like, whoa, what is this? Get on now, try it. It doesn't work.
No, I did it loads. Is it? I had one recently, and this one I don't. You know, one of those where you go, right? Well, that was set up to fuck me. Where I was flying from Paris to Rome last week, and I was like, I just booked it like classic. You just go Paris, any airport, Rome, any airport on your little Google Flights thing. Beep, bop, boop. That's the cheapest one. I'll get that one. And Paris Beauvais Airport. It is 3 hours outside Paris.
It's in Spain.
It's fucking...
Paris Beauvais Airport. It's all these Ryanair flying these airports that
Yeah.
are just not in
Yeah,
They're not in the
I'm
bit.
just
Like-
saying they are.
like Barcelona
Yeah,
Rails
that's
Airport is
genius.
like 2 hours away.
Like, people talk about, like, London Luton. I'm like, yeah, but it takes 40 minutes to get from the middle of London to Luton Airport.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, even Southend is, like, London Southend Airport. Like, it's listed as, like, a London airport on some things.
Yeah.
I'm like, still, you're there in an hour. Maybe an hour and a half from, like, Liverpool Street or whatever. 3 hours? No matter the time of the day. It wasn't like I was in the middle of the night or whatever. 3 hours to get there, no matter the fuck what. I was
When
like,
did you find out?
It just can't say... It was the like night before I like checked and I just had to book a different flight for the next day
Jesus.
from a different airport because I was just like, there's no way.
Nasty.
I'm not getting up at 2 a.m. I'm not doing it.
No way.
to go to an airport that isn't in France. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, brother.
I just think that shouldn't say Paris on it.
No, that
I
should
think
be
that
allowed.
can fuck off. Same in Oslo. There's
Yeah.
there's an airport in Oslo called Torp. That's not in Oslo. It's like 2 hours away from Oslo. It fucks me off.
They can all go fuck
Fix
themselves.
it.
I had the airport in general has been fucking me off lately. I have a lot of issues with it, but I did have you'll like this story now, Tiernan, as a fellow deviant and man of the ethereal realm. But
I'm gonna fix that later.
Back to Ireland for Bruce Springsteen concert.
Yeah.
Right on the Sunday. In my hometown of Kilkenny, he's like a hero because he was
Yeah.
here like 11 years ago, and everyone just came everywhere, and it was like the best day in
Some
Kilkenny
amazing
history.
gig kind of thing. Yeah.
Amazing.
Did you go to that?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was...
You were there 11 years ago as
Oh, I
well?
was, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And it was just what was it like?
It was just
Were
amazing.
you a big fan anyway?
I like Bruce.
Yeah.
I
Are
like
you a Bruce boy?
I don't know. No,
This is the I'm
don't-
like-
I don't really know.
Yeah,
I probably am.
I
If you
got
play-
into him because he was coming to Kilkenny back 11 years ago. And now I like him.
And the way people talk about the live gigs, it's just fucking...
It's incredible. The
Really?
man is just...
What's happening?
He's just... the songs are amazing. Lad, you
He's
won't
just
believe
singing.
it. He's singing songs.
Is that it?
He's singing songs.
You can't be that good.
Dad, you wouldn't fucking believe it.
I've seen
He's
singing before. Like, how good could it be?
Not like this.
What? Let me get a guitar, maybe.
No!
All that kind of thing.
He's slapping both knees. He's like,
There's a fella on the drums.
I'm sure,
You
I'm
wouldn't
sure
believe
they're
it.
talented. but
There's lights.
There's
Have you seen lights before?
do you know what it is? And you're in Kilkenny, and it's like, and he all his music is like fucking. It's like about like small towns and like blue collar shit, but it's not done in a way that's like fucking hacky. Like isn't country life great? We're all in country is great. Like a lot of country music is like
Yeah.
cold beer.
Yeah.
No
very
juice, I
service
didn't say
level
that.
kind of
Yeah.
country stuff. Hack.
That's
country
right.
hack, yeah.
Bo Burnham does that song in one of his specials.
Pandering.
Pandering. I don't speak Mandarin. Yeah, and it's great, and it's kind of making fun of that. But Bruce's stuff is like depressing and sad, but then there's also hope, and it's just like fucking artistically good.
It's honest but uplifting.
That's right. And some of it's tragic, and it's so decent. And then, so there's that. Then he's just an unbelievable performer. He's out with the crowd. His voice is amazing. The E Street Band that he has are one of the best
He's
bands
loving
in
it.
the world.
He's loving it.
Oh, he's
You
loving
can't
it.
believe his look, kind of thing.
He's
No.
85.
He's 75.
75. And he's doing 3 hours. He's singing for 3 hours. You know that singing
up
thing
there.
we were saying? 3 hours.
3 hours.
Lads, he's 3 hours and he's giving it everything he got. And everything, like the way he connects with the crowd. I mean, it is like a spiritual experience going on. Now,
Can
here's the thing.
I say I don't buy that it's that good?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't get it. These are people talking to the soul, not to the mind, not to the people, right? You know, you want to see someone give a lecture about how to make $1 million in a year or something.
I get the same feeling watching like Rory Sutherland marketing expert lectures.
You're like, no, you don't understand.
Yes, brother.
You're later just like
You
this.
tell him, Rory. I'm going to Stephen Bartlett live, like, rock on, dude.
Probably connecting with like-minded individuals.
That's me and Jordan Peterson.
Just rocking and raving, just tears flowing down.
Head banging at a fucking Slavoj Žižek lecture.
But so anyway, I decided, right, we're going to Springsteen, and I says, fuck it. I said, my plan in my head, me and my brothers are all going. I was like, I'm going to bring a load of MDMA to Springsteen. It'll be good crack. We'll all be just fucking love buzz. We're not going to tell one of my brothers because he's not that kind of guy. So he won't be included in that. He'll be there, but he won't. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Which brother isn't
Well, so
into
there's 4 of us, and then I don't want to be dobbing anyone in. So if anyone's listening, you'll have to guess who it is, and it'll be like a kind of thing that I'm not.
I just
ratting
had a
anyone out.
notion that it's the kind of dictatorial Nimnog character, and I thought it would be funny if he wasn't.
Good instincts.
But that's really funny because his main if his 2 main character traits are that he doesn't like drugs but he fucking loves keys.
Yeah.
That's quite a funny mix of character traits.
He respects the key too much to use it for that. Key's a serious thing.
Yeah.
Like,
That to him is like to like piss on a picture of Christ. So anyway, so I decided, right, I'm going to bring, this is my plan. I'm going to bring over this like a nice bag of MDMA. I know where to get, I have a source to it here, and I'm like, and then I'm going to be like, a bomb fair. I'm going to make up all these little bombs and I'll be handing them out to people. I'll be the king of the gig. Because I love when people do that. They're just generous with stuff for no reason, and you're just at gigs and people are like, hey, have that.
I think by stuff you mean
great guy.
Specifically drugs.
Specifically drugs, yeah. But like you're like a Christ of drugs, and you're just like giving it to people.
That guy is great when like he's giving, but the guy offering out bombs and people being like, nah, mate, like I don't know if I trust that.
Well, there was, and we'll get to that. But so anyway, we're going through the airport, right? And I have in my head for no reason, because I tell people, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna bring over MDMA. They're like, you can't bring that through the airport. I'm like, that'd be grand. I don't give a fuck. I was like, I know what I'm gonna do, right? So in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna put the stuff in my wallet, right? Behind my card.
This doesn't sound devious at all.
Right.
Well, I didn't think about it. And I decided to hide the drugs in my wallet.
Well, listen.
They'll never catch me.
Well, listen. Well, you're not letting me finish the method
Behind
here.
his bank card, you see.
Right, but listen now. So you're putting it in the wallet, right? But it's behind the bank cards. But then when you fold over the wallet, there's a load of coins on top. So the coins are now on top of it. And I'm in my head, I'm like, this machine can't penetrate coins. This is not, do you know what I mean? It's the coin method, which I've never heard of, by the way. I came up with myself. And I'm like, there's no way I can do it. Now, when you go in Stansted Airport, there's two security ways. There's the right way over here, which are the old machines.
Have you been the new machine?
And the new machine, you don't have to take out your laptop. You don't have to fucking take out your, like,
have you been to these?
Toothpaste.
Is the new machine the one that goes like...
No, it's just like
the bag scanning machine.
The bag scanning machine.
You don't have to remove any liquids. You can have 2 liters. You can bring a bottle of cider through there, and they don't give a fuck.
They don't give a flying fuck.
They don't give a fuck. You can keep all your liquids in your bag, as much liquids as you want. You can bring a fucking oil
and you don't
tanker.
have to take anything out or anything.
Laptop stays in.
What about
everything
when you
stays
walk
in.
through the
you just
thing?
like, as long as like you have to walk through, same as
You have
normal.
to empty your pockets, yeah.
But the
I
bag
might
stuff.
have done that,
There's no bag admin.
There's no bag admin.
Yeah.
It's so sick. But in my head, I was like, I don't want to go through that new super machine. The coin method might not work with the new super machine. We'll go to the old machine, right?
It being a super machine purely because you can bring like booze on it. It's
Right,
like,
yeah.
that's too like
It's the future. Super machine.
They'll crack my code.
That's right. But the coin method might not work. So I'm going to go to the old rickety machines, and then I'll be fine. But when we go in, the guy is like, everyone to new machines, and then I'm like, oh. Fuck. So now I've got like the MD in my little thing, and I'm like, oh fuck. But I'm like, oh, do you know what? Whatever.
What countries are you flying to?
From London to Dublin.
Okay.
But so then anyway, I put my stuff onto the machine and stuff. I'm there with my brother, and it goes through the machine. And as it comes out the other end of the machine, do you know that point where it stops on the little thing, and it's like, will this be an evil bag?
Yeah, big time.
Or is this a good bag?
Yeah.
In that few seconds that was on that little thing, I
You're
had the
sweating.
biggest existential crisis. I was like, you stupid cunt. The coin method? The coin method? This isn't going to work. You stupid bastard. What the fuck? Why are you even doing MD at Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah.
This is for 60-year-olds. Like, you stupid. I went through all these fucking things. I was like, you are the dumbest cunt. You're going to get arrested now.
Yeah.
And then it just kept going straight on. Didn't go in. And I was like, I'm a criminal genius.
Yeah.
I am Pablo Escobar by 10.
Yeah.
And I just went straight and robbed out a Pret. I was like,
You robbed the Pret.
He robs Pret.
at the airport, yeah. I just don't think it's right to pay.
Because
I've robbed a Pret or two. In my
Mike
time.
views pilots as getaway drivers.
Yeah. Well, you think, because you're going in there and you're in the Pret, and then you're like, and then I just go off to my gate, and I'm like, I've got a plane waiting to bring me to Berlin with my egg salmon sandwich. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've literally got the getaway,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah, Mike sits down on a plane and goes, go.
Yeah.
Drive. Oh, Jesus.
But funnily enough,
do you think that
sorry, go on.
part of your enjoyment of Springsteen, were you on the drugs last time you went to Springsteen as well?
No.
Okay, because I was wondering. I think I could go see most singers on ecstasy and be like,
That was it. Was the most amazing gig. Like it's blue collar. The way it's like, nah, man, you'd had 5 fucking bums.
You didn't even get in. You were outside. Watching a cat take a shit.
It transcended.
But so I went, but it is funny because in my head I was like, there's something Dan touched upon, because I was like, I'm going to be the bomb fairy, the guy. And then I was like, my friends were, I was like, hey, I got these, bomb thing. And they're like, no, we have to work tomorrow. And I was like, oh. And then you get do you ever get the idea and you're like, I'm 33.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you ever like remember what, and I know you're younger, but like, sometimes I remember my age. I'm like, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing?
I think like,
I am this person.
Yeah.
That's who I am.
You're the guy.
The guy,
like,
the 33-year-old who brought MD through
when you were a kid and you
birds.
used to think in your head like, what will I be like when I'm like a man? Like that's what
you're the guy.
That's what
I was
you're like.
like Peterson.
Yeah, I love all the like the like, this is like for blue collar people, and Mike's like, what do you mean you have to work? Take drugs with me, fuck around.
People just kind of looked at me. I was like, hey, I have one of them, and I thought that I was going to be the hero. They were going to be, Mike is the coolest guy. People were like,
but like an office job and a come down.
Oh, be Jesus!
Never done it.
horrible.
Never wanted to do it.
And let me tell you, because me and 2 of my brothers anyway, we did it. Bruce,
So you had to do all the.
So
did
you do it?
You thought you were going to the bomb fair. You turned into like a little bomb gremlin.
And you had a couple of brothers with you.
Oh yeah, a couple of brothers.
Brothers. I do think that like I find like rejection really bad. So even if I offer someone a crisp and they say like, no, I'm all right, that'll hurt me.
Yeah.
And it's
It's
completely
personal.
irrational. It's not personal. It just makes me feel like shit, and I don't know why. I think it's a neurodiverse thing. But the idea of offering someone drugs like a stranger and then being like, nah, like, you know,
It's such a kind offer.
But I think, and that's it. And now a couple of people did take me up on it, and I was very grateful for that, because it made me feel like I wasn't a complete and utter fucking, rectum. But then I'm with you on that, because if you offer someone,
makes me feel like they're saying you shouldn't have offered me that.
That's right.
Like you've got it wrong.
You've got it wrong, and there's something like something to like, and that's why people say if someone offers you something, say yes. You know what I mean? Because you're giving them, not only are you getting your little thing, but then you're giving them the gift of giving.
Yeah,
you know.
But this is strange. I think from you guys. I think it's like
Oh yeah, of course.
you weren't wrong to offer. It's okay if somebody says. No, but I do get
I know.
You're like, oh fuck's sakes, that must have been wrong.
I shouldn't. I got that wrong. I shouldn't have done that.
100%.
Just the crippling self-doubt of like everything's a mistake.
Oh
yeah,
lad,
I guess
it's just hard. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah,
It's truly devastating. This is the most like first world problems ever. Just Junior, offer someone a crisp.
There's nothing worse in the world.
There's nothing that can that's worse than that. But I'll tell you what's also killing me at airports right now is because it's funny because that time, so it goes through that time, the bag. My last 2 times through the airport, I'm flying all the time.
I don't know if it would. Do you think it was because of the coins? Like, do you genuinely in your head think that because you?
I
why.
genuinely think I didn't have a big bag with me, so it was just my backpack. And also, I thought about it, and I was like, inside my bag is a little tub of magnesium, right, that helps me sleep, and they're all little pill capsules. And I'm like, this has gone through a couple of times through the airport. They don't know they're not ecstasy pills.
I don't know how the machine,
That doesn't,
unless it can analyze the density of the powder. Because I take volumizing like hair volumizing powder, like just like instead of wax or whatever, you just sprinkle this powder on your hair and it does the same thing. And I'm like, that is white powder in a small tub.
That's right.
And it never gets flagged at airports. Like, how could they? If I filled that with Coke, like
everyone says
don't believe
they really
that
just
anyone.
aren't looking for that kind of drug, like that.
They don't
amount
care
of
about drug. Yeah, it's like packets of fucking.
If they get it, then they obviously have to act on it.
But why would they care about that?
And they're gonna like, that's just annoying. It's not enough.
Do you know what is scary though? Right.
What?
So first time I flew to Australia, we got a load of Xanax. Like illegally because I like
to just
hate flying,
sleep for the 12 hours.
Then we were like, well, let's not do it on the first one because then we'll be fucked in the change and all of that. We'll do it in the second flight because you have a 7-hour, I think it is, then
to
a
like to
then
Dubai
a 14
and
hour.
then a 14.
Yeah.
So we saved them when we went through the first lot of customs. That bag thing happened and it went to the to be checked. And
Oh,
we were
bad
like,
bag.
Oh, for fuck's sake! We had them like in a filter
Bad
box,
bag.
like 5 or
Evil
6 of them, and then they didn't find them. But then you change in like I can't remember what it was, like Saudi Arabia or something.
Yeah, it'd be
and they've
Dubai
all
or
got
somewhere
like
like that,
guns
yeah.
and that, and you're like, oh god, this could be like the death penalty.
No,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
gonna kill you.
Yeah. We
Tiernan
get
Tate's
caught.
gonna be on a
and you're
spike.
like, oh, because I genuinely didn't know that you would get checked security again.
And you're gay.
Yeah.
You're fucked.
Yeah. I'm gay. Don't even. This is.
Kill me for a different reason.
Yeah.
Well, I went through Dubai.
But you made it through okay with the Zan. And how was the you're popping Zannies on a flight?
Yeah.
You're some kind
just
of rapper?
Completely wiped me out. Like, as in, I have no memory. This was years ago, but I woke up the next day with no memory of like how I got. Do you know what I
You
mean?
teleported to Australia.
Yeah.
Functionally,
big
you
time.
teleported to
That's
Australia.
Me and my mate, when we landed, I think because I'm very addictive, had another one, and then
When you
that's
just
and
landed
we
in
were just with
airport?
like our 2 other friends who weren't on them, just probably like moving us around, like
Yeah.
absolute.
In like airport wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Like fucking
Yeah, we had
carers.
to get them. Woo, you know,
The wee machine, man.
Yeah.
I hate everyone on those machines. You know, the little trucks
What, the
around the
disabled
airport.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is that? First of all, if you're disabled, you've got a wheelchair. Shut up about it.
Yeah.
But then these just old people that are just that. I think old people, disabled people is probably fine. But the people that you look at and go,
You know what annoyed me the other day is like a dead old guy. The train was.
do you mean very old?
Yeah.
I thought.
Oh, that really pissed me off. Why are you so stale? Like, come on, you stink. A dead old guy taking up a chair. He's dead. Yeah. Nah, really old guy.
Yeah.
Not quite, nearly dead. He was like really angry about the train delays and just like,
Yeah.
getting up. And then when the train come, he like was so aggressive at getting to the front of the door to get the first seat, and he was like, "That'll do." And I'm looking at him like, "You're so old,
Did he
bro.
say that?
You need to relax. You can have no one's gonna stop you from having a seat.
Yeah.
Like, you're so old." Like, and then he's still, fighting
Yeah,
his way
yeah,
through,
it's
like aggression for no
Yeah, it's
reason.
like, fucking chill,
Mate, yeah, you get in front.
He can't feel that. He thinks he's at the Battle of the Somme.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's getting flashbacks.
To speak to the Saudi Arabia thing, I brought a bag through. Have you been to Dubai?
No, I'm
You're
going in
going, aren't you?
October. Yeah, I'm doing shows in Dubai and Bahrain.
So
Yeah.
I came through with a bag, just a backpack and stuff. But I looked like absolute shit on a shoe, and everyone else looks good. And Dubai.
Do they in
it is
Dubai?
like
Yeah.
it's just there's so much money.
Influencers.
Yeah, a lot of influencers, people, big fake arses. They don't not thinking about much, but they look.
And the
good.
fellas in like the full kit Saudi as well.
That's
Yeah.
right.
They're like, that's mad.
What?
Like full kit. Like full kit any religion, I think is just so crazy.
Yeah.
Like anyone who's wearing like the full, like the Hasidic Jewish guys, like with the big hats and all, I'm like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
so
What do you
mad.
mean you think it's crazy?
It's mad.
Yeah.
I get believing in a religion.
But then you kind of
to
get
the-
that it is also mad what we do, which is to spend loads and loads of money on like
Different clothes.
that we like fuck up and like get all in our head about when it doesn't really matter, and it's
That's
like
right.
support like massive businesses.
Yeah.
I kind of get the whole, not for religion reasons, but if we could switch to robes, I'm there. Yeah, let's put everyone on a level. But I could maintain like a couple of robes. I'd be on like a fashion level.
But you can
with
just do
everyone
that. You
else.
could just get like a couple t-shirts, a couple pairs of jeans, and like just do that. You have the freedom to just wear the same thing every day.
Yeah,
that's
true.
fine. Like the restriction is what's crazy to me. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like if you want to restrict yourself, that's grand. But like you have to tie this thing around you. You have to wear this type of shirt, these type of trousers, this wig or this hat and this whatever.
Yeah.
Like I just think I get the benefit of religion, of like having something to believe in, feeling like someone's watching you. It makes you be a better person. All that shit. But the kit, you gotta wear the kit.
Right? Yeah, but again, like we were talking about a bit earlier, there's a relief in like, hey, we're all just wearing the same thing. We're brothers.
But
Muhammad,
but it's never.
sick.
But it's never like.
Women not allowed anything.
No sisters.
It's never like. Is this bad to say? It's never like normal stuff. Like there's no religion where you just have to wear like jeans and a nice top.
I don't know, right? Look at the Jehovah's Witnesses that go around
Shirt, tie.
They always wear like very sort of sleek, black, smart clothes. They've got a definite uniform,
Right?
And I always wonder, like, what's the brief there? It's always like flat caps and kind of, black coats.
I've
and
never
like
met a
very
Jehovah's
smart.
Witness.
Have you seen them though, like canvassing?
I don't think so.
You've met them on the
I think you
streets
will
and
have
shit.
done.
But then the Mormons is a bit more normal as well. Short sleeved shirt and a tie.
Yeah, they have some kind of headband going on with Mormons or something.
No?
I remember.
What's a headband?
I don't know. I don't think they
Is
have
that how the
headbands.
women wear headbands?
Hijab?
No, not headband. No, not hijab. What's that headband thingy? No.
I'm not picturing what you're saying, but I met.
What headband are you thinking of?
Well, I'm thinking of a film.
you thinking of the
I'm
WNBA?
thinking in a film. I can't remember what film. They were part of some mad cult, and I thought it was Mormons. And all the girls have got like
What kind of headband are we talking? Like a
more of a
LeBron
bandana
James?
on your head.
Bandana on your
Yeah, I think.
There is a
Or
type
like a
of...
bonnet.
Do you
Yeah, a
think-
lot like a bonnet.
Oh.
I reckon.
Oh,
Maybe.
you're thinking of Amish.
Amish people.
Amish.
Yeah.
All right.
Amish, they have the big beards and all, and they wear
Sure,
silly hats
yeah.
with the buckles
and they
on.
don't use electricity or anything
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
do
No,
they?
lad, I think electricity's so fucking stupid.
Point.
Oh, absolutely.
But then they do Rumspringa. So the Amish people, they don't have electricity. They wear all this mad stuff. They've got big beards, but they're allowed to fuck off for a year and live
And suck and
amongst
fuck.
the electricity.
Wow.
And then they can choose to come back.
They've got
And
a lot of
most them do.
faith in their God to be like, you can go out there and see it all, and
Most
you'll
of them
still
come
want
back.
to come back.
Most of them come back.
Most of them come back. 'cause
Well,
they-
I do sometimes think I would be happier if I was just on a field, like, with nothing.
You and the turnips.
Yeah.
You turnips, maybe a goat.
Yeah, I've always grown up in a city, and I do think that is the idea of not being in that does freak me out.
I
but-
grew up in that.
Yeah.
Cows shitting on you. You're in the field.
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
There's nothing going on.
Nothing's going on,
No one
really.
to compare yourself to.
No, you're out there.
Just compare yourself to the
You stick your
cows.
hand in the cow's mouth, he sucks on it, and it makes you think you could put something else in there. You don't,
You don't.
but you know what I mean. And there's nature and it's fun, but then you're like, I want to go where the devil.
I want to
resides.
be where the people are.
Yeah. What musical is that from?
Little Mermaid.
I was like the Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
very much. Like
Do you
Little Mermaid.
ever miss it?
Huh?
Do you ever miss that
No.
life? No,
I
not
love
at all.
the city. I love shit. I love the shit going on.
You love being able to put your hand in like a homeless guy's mouth.
homeless
and
guys,
be like,
man.
will
It's
he
the same
suck it?
thing. They're like little sucky calves. You know what I mean?
You're the little milkmaid. Go on.
Yeah, but what I was going to say to you, just on the airport Arab thing, when I went through Dubai. What?
Just on the airport Arab thing.
sentence.
9/11 was a tragedy.
This is
There's a lot of
this is
airport
GB News. Like, this is
There's a lot of Arabs at airports. So
just
we-
on that airport Arab thing. Like,
Yeah.
Just coming back to the airport Arabs.
Back to the airport Arab thing.
And just checking in with Tom Shelby.
The airport Arab thing. But when I was going through Dubai, like I was saying, I was looking as rough as a bear's arse, and I was just, scraggly looking. I was, poorer than I am now. It's not like I have much money now, but you know what I mean? Like I was just a scraggly old man. And, 'cause I think it's because I've had a girlfriend for years. They make you look a bit better as well. Like, and not that I still look scraggly, but
No
do you know what I
offense.
mean?
Do you when you get in a relationship, have you ever been in a relationship where somebody like styles you?
no,
They
not
tell you
yet.
what to buy and
That's
wear,
the
and like
dream.
you just want a more
Yeah,
fashionable
yeah,
partner.
definitely, 100%.
He's like, nah, like you basically, we want stylists is
Yeah.
what we want, but you just want to fuck them as well.
yeah, you want to fuck your stylist.
Stylist, yeah.
Yeah,
Stylist you can have sex with.
put that on your
Got
your
one.
bio.
Yeah, stick
I
that
want
on
a stylist
a
I can fuck.
Zip
Email
recruiter.
got one. But anyway, so I'm going through.
We'll do
Yeah.
the ad read in post. I forgot to do the ad read. We'll put it in after.
Well, throw her in.
Hello, I forgot to do the ad read in the middle of the episode, so we're plonking it in like good
that's right.
professional podcasters.
Do you know what we forgot to do is a bit of a voice. We've got a load of them.
We've got loads of this, but we've just had guests.
Yeah,
so
we've had
we've
guests.
got. I'm
They
going to
will
put together
come.
a compilation of
Oh.
just a bit of
Oh,
advice.
class. Okay.
What
Um,
about women?
And we've got Jamali as the guest on the
Be quiet,
ad read. But this is for our female audience. We've got a
Yes.
new ad read. Don't read over my shoulder.
Okay.
That's rude and
Sorry.
uncouth.
All right.
Hey, ladies.
Hey.
Oh,
Blink if you
Bitches.
haven't purchased a. You can't call them that on the ad read.
be it, but BAI like
Say it again.
no.
Say it.
No, I'm afraid not.
Say it. Blink if you haven't purchased the Father's Day gift yet. You can be our
blink.
female audience. Blink, blink, blink.
Blink, blink.
Yeah, we thought so. This is identical to the male one. Today's episode is brought to you by Manscaped, registered trademark. The leaders in below the waist grooming. Maybe your pops has had a bush since the 70s, and that's okay. Our friends at Manscaped, registered trademark, have crafted the total package for his special day.
Package.
Whether it's package,
But also his woolly and hairy balls.
Why, if
What?
it's a Father's Day gift, why am I buying it for my dad and his balls?
This is it because these are warped people at Manscaped. These are sick
but your
freaks.
dad might need his balls shaved.
But why? She's saying what she
What do I
says.
know?
Yeah.
But you
Almost certainly. But what she's saying is...
are you not talking to your dad about the state of his
This is
balls?
if you have a close relationship with your father, you should be like, hey, cock and ball sitch. What is it right now? Because if it's how I think it is, a fucking disgrace. I'll get you some Manscaped.
How do you think your dad's balls are?
Chafed.
Well, luckily, you've got this all-in-one kit includes the beard hedger, Manscaped's most advanced beard trimmer. Oh fuck, that's the beard stuff. Balls.
Does your dad have a beard?
They've got like ball
Sometimes.
deodorant and moisturizer for your balls and
On
stuff.
his balls,
that
so you
could
can get them smooth and supple and fragrant.
That could be
your
nice.
mother probably likes it smells better.
and your dad has a beard as well, whether it's for the boys downstairs, his beard, or even the best pair of underwear out there. Nice underwear from Manscaped.
Stop the
Manscaped has
chafing.
his
Your
bases.
your dad's chafing balls. No more. 'Cause the underwear.
Manscaped has his bases covered. Head over to manscaped.com and get 20% off plus free shipping. Your dad loves free shipping.
He's a cheapskate.
With
He's
code-
a miserly. He's tight as two coats of paint. This guy.
With code parenting20 from, again, I don't know what this sentence means. They put it in the last ad read and it's in this one again. From daddy to zaddy, trust Manscaped.
You know what a zaddy is?
Ooh.
I think it's like Zoomer for DILF.
So it's a father that you want to have sex with.
And you,
But
who
not your
wouldn't-
own.
wouldn't want their dad to be fuckable?
Do you know what my favourite is?
What?
Dink.
Dink.
Dink, dad, I'd never kiss.
I bend over a sink.
No. Dad, it'll be an acronym. Is it an acronym?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so it's dad.
Yeah.
Diplomat.
Deliveroo driver.
A dictator I'd never kiss.
Oh!
Name one.
Mao.
You can't name one.
I'd never kiss Mao.
I wouldn't kiss Mao.
I wouldn't kiss him
On
on the
his
mouth.
I
mouth.
refuse to kiss Mao on the mouth.
It's dual income, no kids.
Oh yeah, dual income, no kids.
Dink.
Dink.
But then
Nice.
a good one is dildo. Dual income little dog owner.
Repeat that again to me.
Dual income little dog owner.
So
You know
but
these
what-
people, couples, no kids, but they've got a little tiny dog.
Oh, they're called. Say it again.
Dildos.
They're
Dual
dildos.
income little dog owner.
Right.
Back to the point. Talk about a funny male grooming story.
Oh, I remember when my cotton balls are so hairy that someone went down there and they couldn't find it, and then they
They ended up in Jumanji.
Yes.
You know in that film, The Road to El Dorado, where
Yeah,
they've
when
got
there's-
the big sabers.
Yes.
That's what it's like. Because you're like all of your dads are hairy.
All of your fathers.
They're quite hairy guys.
Who?
Your dad's like a hairy guy, I would say.
This is too personal now.
That your dad's a hairy guy.
But you can shave anywhere with the Manscaped stuff, and that's the point. If he wanted
Oh, I
to
get
do
what
that.
you're saying. So he's hairy all over. So he's a hairy back. He's a hairy head. Right.
Yeah, and like beard as
So
well.
he's not balding.
So you can remember that the
No.
old beard trimmer your dad's been using since you were a kid. Yep, it's time for an upgrade.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're gonna upgrade your dad's beard trimmer because that would be nice if you're a lady and you want to buy your dad a Father's Day present. What do you buy your dad? Dads are
I guess-
infamously hard to buy for. Would we agree on that?
Yeah.
Tricky to know what they want, tricky to know what they need.
Yeah.
This is a really safe bet, and you get a great discount with our discount.
Well, I actually got mine a pair of secateurs, but you can't really use those on your balls.
These are like secateurs for your balls
Yeah.
For your balls. And your asshole,
Yeah.
too.
and your face.
I guess you could plug the self-care aspect as well.
Dads need self-care too.
They do.
But dads need love. A lot of dads are hairy and unloved and just have decaying, hairy nether regions, and nobody gives a shit.
I love the phrase nether regions.
Thank you.
Love
Get
it.
20%
Thank you very
off
much.
for shaving your nether regions. Get 20% off free shipping with the code parenting20 at manscaped.com.
Nice.
That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code parenting20. Never forget where you came from, if you know what I mean.
Wait, can you clarify?
Do you know what I
'Cause
mean? Do you know what it
You
means?
said parenting.parenting20.
Parenting20 is the code. Use the code parenting20. Never forget where you came from, if you know what I mean. By that, they mean...
Immigrants.
I saw
Immigrants.
a thing on the internet.
You
It was
okay?
like a shitty Tinder bio line.
Yeah.
And the guy said, lady nether regions taste like keys, and I'm just looking for a taster home.
Oh! Coins, I would have said, but yeah.
Mike's want to taste money.
Yeah. I think it all tastes great, but
Happy Father's Day from Manscaped. Please, we're on the edge with them. Get the stuff.
vaginas taste like keys.
Back to the podcast with Dan Tiernan.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
But so I'm going through anyway. Next thing, they see me, so they're like, this guy coming into the airport. So they drag me over. They're like, come over here for a thorough search. And anyway, my bag is just the decrepit little cretin I am. They're looking through my bag and they just find loose Haribos in my fucking human thing, like just. And then they like, it's embarrassing. I'm just like. They're like, why you have this? I'm like, because things aren't going well. I don't know what to tell you.
Did you say why? This is how different. As I completely understand why you would have loose Haribos in. So, I'm like, oh, that's so relatable. I went to a nightclub not that long ago with my backpack, and he searched it, and he went, "What? Why the fuck have you got a loose toothbrush?" And I'm just looking at this bouncer like 1 a.m, like just with my toothbrush. Like, this doesn't feel right. There's something wrong about this.
Yeah, but I'm saying my bag is just disgusting. But anyway, so he takes it out. He's like, why you have this? I was like, what can I even say? So then he goes, cannabis. I was like, no, sweeties. And he's like, cannabis. So next thing he takes out, there's like 5 Haribo, and they're little men, and he puts them all down.
They look a lot like gummies.
I
Yeah.
get the, like, especially loose.
Yes.
It makes it feel much more cannabis-y.
That's right. So he has the 5 men lying down, like, you know, I feel like IRA members
He's
that
got
have been found. So they're all like face down on the
He starts waterboarding the fucking gummy bear. Tell us what you know.
Pulling off his feet and that. Yeah.
So I swear to God, what proceeds is about 10 minutes straight of him. He has the things on. He just goes, cannabis. And I was like, sweeties, they're sweeties. And then he's like, cannabis. I was like, sweeties, cannabis. I was like, sweeties. Then he goes, sweeties. I go, cannabis. He's like, ha. I was like, no. And then he's like, ah. But next thing he brings over, he like calls his manager over. And now his manager goes, so this is sweetie. I was like, yes. And then he goes, so you don't mind if I eat sweetie? And I was like, no, I don't. And then he goes,
Loose in your bag.
yeah, they're pretty loose in my bag. I'm like,
Yeah,
it tastes the coins, but like, you can have them if you want. So then he comes over, and so then like he starts trying to play good cop, because this guy's like, cannabis sweetie, and then he's like, it's okay, you like to get high with the cannabis. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like as if I was going to be like,
Yeah.
Fuck. Airport police are such fucking cunts. It's like, you're not cops.
No.
Stop acting like it.
Yeah.
But he started going, you smoke, you take the cannabis, it's cool.
Listen,
right?
we're all
Makes
friends.
you feel good. Right?
Yeah.
We're all friends here, you know?
Yeah.
We'd have a nice time.
I was like, lad, they're just horrible. I'm a bum. You know,
Yeah.
like they're just in my bag.
Just like your defense. I'm an idiot. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's
Please.
right. I'm a dumb guy. They're sweeties. They're sweet. And then like finally they get another guy comes over, and now he's like, like there's this big, just this 20
Magnifying
minutes.
glass.
Yeah.
But
And,
surely at some point you're just like, put them in the bin.
right.
I don't want them. They're not cannabis.
No, but then the whole thing is that then they go, just at some point they're like, they can't, they've no way in their minds to, because then they start going, we bring these to lab. And then we see what and then I was like, come on, bring them to the lab. Then they're like, oh, there is no lab. You know, like they're just,
There's no
Yeah.
lab. There's never been a
They
lab.
sort of
immediately.
catch you, yeah.
So eventually the 3 of them were just standing staring at the Haribo, and they literally just goes, get out of here, and they just threw the Haribo in the bin. And then I was like, well, if they're not you didn't have the right to just take my sweets. You know what I mean?
Technically, yeah, they are it's your property.
It was pretty nasty.
Yeah, but out of all the hills to die on, I think you can.
Yeah, that's a strange
Imagine
hill
you
to
turn
die on.
around and I went back in.
But I also, like, I was at the airport yesterday, and I just did think, like, those security people, that's a boring job.
Oh yeah.
Like they gotta do stuff to entertain themselves. They gotta have a 40-minute conversation
I'd be
with an
trying to-
Irish man about his Haribos.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta keep it entertaining.
That's
If
right.
you see some gummy bears, you gotta pretend.
This is
there's-
40 minutes. This will kill 40 minutes. Just going cannabis.
Yeah, I
Because you
don't,
know
I don't
they've
like
got,
the
like-
ones who direct you where to go. Why they're always the rudest people in the world, aren't
And
they?
then you go the
Yeah.
slightly wrong lane.
It's like, I haven't done anything wrong yet. Can you give me the benefit
I
of the
will.
doubt?
Give me time, I will do
Yeah,
something
I will.
wrong.
But then you could go
Yeah,
mad at me.
Like you go to the slightly wrong lane, they're like, no.
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
But I do as
They're
well.
just shouting numbers at you as well. Number 4, like for you to go in that slot. I'm like, I don't know what this means. Like, I don't work here.
And it's a new system every
Yeah.
time. But when they,
Oh, but the funniest thing about that really good scanning machine at Stansted Airport is like when you go to the right to the old machines, they're like, take your liquids out, take your laptop out, any electronics, no this, no that, the other, empty your pockets, belts off, blah, 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 blah. And then when you go to the left, it's so funny. They've improved the technology, but they just have to have the same number of staff going, don't take anything out of your bags.
Yeah.
Please don't take anything out of your bags. Leave everything in your bags, not your laptop. And you just see people that have like on the train to the airport been like, I'm going to get organized and take all my and they just stood there and they're like, put that back in your fucking bag.
fucking-
There's no need. They don't need to like. They can. You could still let people do that. Like it doesn't need to go back in. They're just being bitter there.
We want to prove that it works.
Yeah.
It's a very expensive machine,
Yeah.
and it can see through your bag. So fucking put it back in. Otherwise, what's the point of any of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mad. I will say, because especially when I'm on tour, I don't know if you have this as well, because I have the merch in there and I have my camera and all this shit in my fucking carry-on bag, and I squash. I have to get on it, like kneel down and just get it all zipped up. And I know there's nothing bad in there. Like I've done that clear. And the last 2 times it goes into the into the stupid one, and you're just like, for fuck's sake. And then
You
you're
think you've done something wrong as well. You're like, what the fuck? did I
Yeah.
put
like,
in
what have I
there?
left in there? And then I'm going up and I'm waiting for my bag to get brought up, and there's a load of bags in front of it. And then there's a guy like in front of me who they bring up his bag, and they're like, do you mind if I check it? They open it up. His laptop's in it. His toothpaste is in it. Everything. I'm like, you're wasting all our time, bro.
Yeah, this
Why
is
the
crazy.
fuck is your toothpaste? Like, anyway. I'm
I
like,
thought it was the new machine.
this has been every fucking flight forever. So anyway, my bag comes, but then these ignorant, they just can we open the bag? I'm like, yeah. So just fucking open the bag, root through the fucking bag, just fucking. I've had to kneel on that to close it. Now it's just.
Oh,
Yeah,
reclosing it is so.
And then
brutal.
they just literally just go, yeah.
It's
And then they
embarrassing.
just
close it.
It's
They just
embarrassing.
shove the bag
You've got
back
like
at
your
me.
boxer shorts knocking around. You know
All
what I mean?
that,
Like, all of that
skid
stuff.
marks.
Yeah.
There's a little person from Indonesia. He's in there, like hello, like. But it is it's just you're just for me. It's just like you're fucking invading me.
Yeah.
Like this is such an invasion
Yeah, yeah.
of my fucking privacy, you pigs.
Yeah.
And then they just push the fucking wrecked bag back at you.
Yeah, just
like,
stuff
yeah, you
everywhere
fucking-
in this like dirty tray.
Oh.
They put all your clothes in this fucking state that's been handled by like 1,000
Thousands of people.
digital nomads.
This aged up tray.
It's awful.
Oh god damn.
Yeah, absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah, this is real. Like, people say the problem with like comedians who like don't live a life outside of comedy is they just end up talking about airports endlessly.
Yeah.
I feel like this podcast has been a real testament to that.
Yeah, but sometimes you gotta talk about airports.
You got to talk
We did
about.
much trains. Yeah, we did a bit of trains as well.
We
Didn't
did a
we?
bit
Yeah.
of trains. We did it.
I'm definitely more of a train comic than an airport comic.
I'm more of a
that's-
train comic as well. Mike's everywhere. Mike's going to Ljubljana sometimes.
No, I mean I was going places up. I'm back to Ireland a lot. I am back to Ireland
Yeah.
quite a bit.
That's probably the only difference is the zips to Ireland. Like
Yeah.
that's 90% of flights that I'm taking is just
Zipping over to
popping
Ireland.
over.
Yeah, is it?
Popping over to perform to good crowds.
Going to
coming back.
Kilkenny next weekend.
You are?
Yeah.
What are you doing to Cat's Laugh?
Oh, babe, I've heard that's brilliant. I've never done it. Have you done it?
No.
No.
You're
And
from
I'm
there.
from
I
there.
know.
It's such an absolute bucket of piss in my face.
This is brutal.
It
Yeah,
is like
that
It's
is-
actually very disrespectful that you've brought this up.
yeah, but like it is just such scumbag.
That's why I
like.
brought it up.
You're performing in Kilkenny. Who do you think you are? Bruce Springsteen? Dan's going to do 3 hours.
Yeah, take some bums at my gig. You're gonna need some bums. It's a 3-hour set.
No,
Smuggle whatever you can get through.
I've never been on it. It's been like I grew up with
You'll
Cat's
do
Laugh,
it,
that
come
festival.
on.
But now I'd love to tell him to fuck
Fuck
off.
off, yeah.
Absolutely would
Yeah.
love to tell. I won't. I'll be like, thank you.
Yeah.
But like, I'd love to tell him to go shove it up. Because it's like they know.
But have you applied?
Huh?
Have you applied?
Well, this applied thing, they just pick you. Like you get, like it's like.
I am almost sure if you emailed, they would have you.
No, I emailed them and I messaged them online this year. I'm like, hey,
when?
Like.
So we've gone from comedians
like
only,
6 years ago?
Comedians only
This year.
talking about like airports and trains to now talking about like not getting a gig and like emailing them. And
Well,
like,
I emailed these slime bags. I'll say it. I don't care if this gets back to them. They're slime bags, and
I'm really grateful you're having me, guys.
Cards.
Yeah.
Cards. You're taking the suit, booking these English cunts.
But like for years, like
This is the woke agenda.
they've been just.
Booking these foreign acts.
But yeah,
You're at diversity
I'm Irish.
booking.
you're Irish.
I'm Irish.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Come on.
Yeah, I did. And funnily enough, even though your name's Dan Tiernan, the most Irish name ever, I thought because there was something to do with horses when you grew up.
You love talking about this.
But this is just like in some way in my stupid head, I was like, no, I couldn't be Irish then. Even though it's like horses aren't un-Irish, but my mind, just
Rural horses are very
aristocracy.
different.
Yeah, it's because it was with my mum and my sister, and my mum's English, so it was pretty good. My dad wasn't really involved in the horse.
In the
thing.
horses.
What kind of
He didn't
horses
want
are you
to do
growing
it.
up with? What's the crack with the horses? Tell me
So,
about the horses.
My mum went for a midlife crisis and bought my sister like several horses.
Right.
Yeah, and then a few years later left my dad. Yeah.
On a horse.
Yeah, on horseback. The whole family.
She rode off in
The Magnificent Seven.
Everybody packs up, and it's only the moment where the dad realizes there's only 3 horses that he realizes she's taking the kids.
Yeah.
Oh, life.
So she bought these horses, and did you have space for horses?
No, I wasn't in the garden. It was in like we're from Manchester, yeah. So it was like a
There's a horse place. There's like a
horse
stable.
place like an hour away or whatever.
Okay, and then
Yeah.
you like pay whatever amount to like moor your horses.
Yeah, like an
parking.
insane amount of money. Like,
is your
it's a ridiculous thing to do with
And
your.
did it work?
Money,
Does your sister travel by horse?
No, because in the end it just became too expensive, and they had to like not do it anymore. So it's just like my
sold
sister's
the
like
horses?
whole. Like from when she was, I think, like 13 or whatever, up until she was 18, just pointless. just an absolute pointless thing to do. I think she'd agree with me. Yeah,
Is she good at like horse riding?
she's decent. Yeah, but it's just she's a decent show jumper, but not show jumper.
Dressage?
No, she was a show jumper.
Okay,
yeah,
equestrian.
Yeah. But it's just like you need just an insane amount of money to even.
Yeah, that's why all the
Yeah.
like medalists at the Olympics and equestrian are like members of the royal family.
Yeah,
Like they're
exactly.
just actual the horses
Horses are
people of
black.
all
But the
time.
horse is just doing a lot of the work, isn't it? Do you know?
I would
Oh,
say
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
Do you know they do equestrian at the Paralympics? And I don't know if the horses are disabled as well.
I think that it is.
The horses aren't
No, they are.
disabled. No,
They
they're
are.
not.
They are.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
You need to.
You said the Paralympics, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, yeah, you have horses that were that lost a leg.
Yeah,
and
the horses
and,
have
like,
Epsom Down syndrome.
Yeah. No, genuinely. I swear to
And the
God.
riders aren't disabled, or the riders are as well.
No, they're both. It's the blind leading the blind, like.
I don't know this, but that's making it much harder for the already disabled person.
No,
you know what I mean?
but that's the whole. But also, they have a connection.
Is it
between the horse.
dressage?
Because
Because dressage is a lot more to do
No, it's
with
equestrian. It's the jumping.
it's the jumping, but they don't like. They just ram straight into the fences, like. Do you know what I mean? No one wins really. It's a fucking nightmare, but you know, it's something for them to do. I guess it's just something for them to have fun with.
I don't know if the horses are disabled.
The horses are not disabled. I'm not having it.
They're like-
I'm not having it,
No,
man.
they are.
This is a crazy world,
I
and
wish-
I believe a lot of things, but there's
I wish
no
they
way.
were.
I wish they were.
I wish they
I
weren't.
wish they'd leave the
I
disabled.
wish they leave the fucked up horses alone.
Doesn't feel like a fair thing to do with disabled horses.
It's the
you
ones
know?
who fall
They
at the
shouldn't be
Grand
the
National.
ones getting, jumping over stuff.
No, you would.
I
Think
mean, you want to see the fate otherwise. Have you seen the Grand National?
Oh, it's either jump over or big black tent around you and a
Yeah.
bullet to the.
Yeah,
So now they take those horses that have fallen.
yeah.
And they're Paralympians?
fucked, and they're Paralympians. They're Olympians. So it's like
Yeah,
there
they're
is
on-
a silver.
They're on
lining
Channel
to this.
4.
Yeah,
Adam Hills is talking about them.
right.
It's great.
Adam Hills. So, do you remember Ireland won? Actually, we won show jumping in 2004. We won a gold, and then it turns out the horse was on drugs.
Really?
The horse was a druggie, yeah. And this was only 8 years after we had a lady called Michelle Smith.
What drugs was it on? Like performance enhancer?
It was on like steroids and shit, yeah.
It wasn't just cat.
no joke.
Just
and
cat,
no
yeah.
joke. The jockey claimed to not have known. So it was just the horse.
I didn't know what he was up to. What he does in his own
He
time is
kept
no
sneaking
business of
off. You
mine.
can't guess that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's always a shifty character, but he's my teammate.
So that was Keane O'Connor. He was the jockey, and then 8 years before we had a lady.
What, Amanda
called,
never won it before?
No,
They
no.
should be winning that, aren't
We
they?
don't win nothing.
But show jumping, we're good at running horses fast,
Yeah.
which isn't in the Olympics. Horses don't go fast in the Olympics. They go nice.
Yeah, and they
Yeah,
jump high and
nice.
stuff. But we had Lady Michelle Smith in 1996. She won like 3 medals in swimming, and then turns out like she was just roided up as well, like
Drugs.
just drugged out of nines. And then Tommy Tiernan had a joke that Michelle Smith was on so much drugs, Keane O'Connor could have rode her to the show jumping. But I'm going to Glastonbury, by the way. You're going to Glastonbury, aren't you?
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
going Glasgow.
I'm excited about it.
That's very exciting. Did you get a ticket yourself?
Yeah, no, I've got a ticket. I was in a pool with my
Syndicate, yeah, nice.
girlfriend Ramesh Ranganathan, and so we got one, and so I have one. So, but then
Wait, what? You were in a syndicate with Ramesh Ranganathan? Is that what you just said?
I'm going out with Ramesh Ranganathan. That's my girlfriend.
We refer to our girlfriends by the names of ethnic comedians.
So I'm going out with Ramesh Ranganathan. He's going out with.
Dare
Jamali
I
Maddox.
ask?
Yes,
Right, okay.
To protect their identities.
And why do they have to be ethnic comedians?
because we
It
think
just
they're
happened
better.
one day, and I don't know why
Right,
it's
got
that.
you.
Because we think they're better than filthy, stinking whites.
Okay, so your girlfriend, right, that makes more sense.
Yeah. So than me and Ramesh.
Yeah.
I think Ramesh could put actual
In your head,
Ramesh
you're like, Mike's a great networker.
Well, I was also thinking, why is Ramesh like...
trying to
Why does
black.
Ramesh need to get in a syndicate for... to
I
get
think
in
he can just go.
Can he not just get one? I was like, oh, that's quite bleak. He's not even got the numbers. You don't even know Ramesh. And he's like, Mike, I got to make up the 6.
Yeah, I got
I
one.
just knew you wouldn't have got the tickets yourself.
No, I wouldn't.
There's
be
no
capable.
judgment there because I also.
I
but then
couldn't.
last year I did get my syndicate the tickets and nobody could believe it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No,
Yeah.
I would
But were
find
you
it hard.
up and you were clicking? Were you
No,
clicking and you were up?
Other people were doing it for me.
You don't deserve a
No.
ticket. That's so bad.
Everybody in the group's got to be clicking, no?
Yeah, to
At
optimize your
least try.
chance.
At least try it.
Yeah.
But I think I was
Just be there. Even if you're just like active in the group chat, pretending you're clicking.
Playing
like, at very
Minesweeper or
least.
whatever,
I think I
like
was,
clicking.
I think I was having a shit. Or there was something I was.
You can click while shitting.
But no, but there was definitely a good excuse that I can't remember, but I definitely had one. But I'm a little bit afraid at Glastonbury because I'm just like I'm so bad on a day 2. Do you know what I mean?
Are you?
But I
I
can
think
do
I'll
a
win
great.
like
I can
that,
do
yeah.
a great day 1.
Short
and,
bursts.
and really do it well. And then after that, I'm a bag of just anxiety and fear and depression.
I think. Have you been to many weekend festivals?
I've been to a couple.
You do get hit with like.
I get a struggle street.
Really?
Yeah.
I can go for at a festival. I can go for.
But you're built.
days.
You've tiger blood. Like you can go Edinburgh.
You're
I've
Charlie
seen you at the
Sheen.
Edinburgh Festival. You
Yeah.
go for a month.
Yeah, true. That is
Like you
true.
go for. You've got tiger blood. Like, and when I say that, I'm very admiring of people that just machines in that
What's
way.
are you too headachy and tired? You don't want to drink
and
kind of thing.
anxious, and I'm just like I just start feeling like I get paranoid. I get like paranoid and very like.
You need the right equipment. Do you know what I mean? You got to have a Valium or something. Calm you down. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Then I
That's it.
Yeah,
I need the right equipment.
yeah. You got.
I need the right
You got
drugs.
to prepare. Yeah. for
Okay.
sure.
All right. Now that's okay.
But from hearsay
there's
as
hope.
well, I think it's quite easy to like not have quite as much fear when at Glastonbury because it's like hundreds of thousands of people and everybody's doing mad shit. That it's like you're not in society.
Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So there's nobody judging you.
Yeah, the anxiety. That is so true. Like Glastonbury, there's no other festival like
There's
it.
a
Like,
lot of people though.
it is a lot of people.
But there's an anonymity to that.
yeah.
Unless you're doing something absolute, like unless you're up on the pyramid stage, like getting naked or whatever. Like,
But it's more the internal. Do you know what I mean? The demons. Do you know what I mean? The black dog at the end of the bed. Do you know what I'm saying?
but we're talking about that anxiety of like,
Mm.
because a lot of the fear is like, fuck, what did I do yesterday? Are people going to think I'm fucked up or bad or whatever, you know, that might soothe some of that.
Yeah, but it's just more an inner, because I've done the festivals before, you see, and it's just, I'm great. Like I said, day one, I'm fucking.
But like Dan says, there's nowhere like it. There's so many people.
And this is what people do say about Glastonbury, is that this is a different kettle
It
of
is
fish.
different. It is different. Yeah.
And I know
you could just sort of pick and choose like how you do it as well.
Right.
Like maybe just don't go completely mad on the first night. Like,
see, I just can't see myself.
Yeah, there's just no way.
I just have very.
Dan, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, but I wouldn't do that. But I'm not being like, you know, I don't know what to say to you, mate.
No, there's no solving it.
That's funny.
But I know that you. Are you going to do that thing where you get rid of your phone?
We've done an hour and 2.
Oh, have we?
Yeah. Should we go onto the Patreon and chat more about
Oh,
Glastonbury?
yeah. We'll talk more about Glastonbury on
Quick
Patreon.
turnaround. Does anyone need a wee or anything? We'll do that. But then plug stuff. Are you doing the Fringe?
Yeah, doing the Fringe at 9 o'clock. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Give the venue. Give something else.
What?
So Fringe at 9 o'clock.
Well, Monkey
could be
Barrel,
the
obviously.
morning. Could be the.
Yeah, 9 p.m. It's not
Obviously.
9 in the morning.
He's got self-respect. He's doing
Yeah.
Monkey Barrel. Where are you at?
But it's also like they'll check like, well, like, do you
Tiernan
think you have to spell
comedian.
it out to people? What
Tiernan
would you say?
comedian.
No, you do.
Yeah, all
You do.
right.
The Edinburgh Fringe every single day,
Dan
9
Tiernan,
p.m.
9
Monkey
o'clock every
Barrel.
night. I can't explain how good his stand-up is.
Thanks,
Get
mate.
fucking tickets. He's one of the biggest killers working.
And he
anywhere
said
right now.
before we recorded the podcast, the show is polished, ready to go.
It's done.
Yeah.
I've got to stop previewing now. That's why.
You don't want to overcook
I'm
it.
gonna overcook it. Yeah, it's too good. Like, I need to preserve where it's all right now.
That's right. 5:45 every day. The Beehive, Mike, Edinburgh. Tickets are on my website, mikegragscomedy.com. They're also on the Edinburgh Fringe website. Go get them. They're selling fast. Noise. I'm going to be doing a work in progress as well. Those tickets might be on sale by now. They will be on my website as well and on Edinburgh Fringe. But I'm in the process of getting that done. So anyway, yeah.
My tour has been extended into the autumn. Come see me all around the UK and Ireland. Loads of dates on sale. Some scary big venues. I don't know how they're selling because they're not on sale yet at the time of recording, but they will be on sale at the time of listening / watching. So go to my website, vittoriomanzoni.com for that. And if you're at the Fringe, I'm doing a fun crowd work show every single day at 10:25. I will have guests on it. I'm sure these two nice gentlemen
I'm gonna be
will
on.
be guests at some
I'll
point
do
on
it.
the fun crowd work show.
Nice.
Anything else, sign up to my mailing list to hear about more shows. And sign up to the Patreon, patreon.com/parenting for an extra episode every cunting week. And also, just because fuck you otherwise.
Hey! No, don't listen to him. We'll see you there. We'll be chatting about Glastonbury and love. Okay, bye. Nice.